From blogging to vlogging to social media TikToking and Instagramming to podcasting, there's so many ways for content creators to monetize doing what they love. And if you're a beginner content creator, you'll find that you can work with brands sooner than you think. And there will be no gatekeeping in this video. There will be plenty of juicy tips that are relevant across all platforms. So make sure to watch this video to the end and save it for later. So in this video, I'm going to assume that you already know how to create high quality content that informs, entertains, or inspires people, because that is the key to your success as a creator. So let's say you've already grown your audience to 1,000 followers or subscribers on whichever platform. I'm going to dive straight into how you can work with brands. And before we get into it, I want to thank Uscreen for sponsoring this video. So Uscreen is a platform that helps creators build and grow their businesses through online video memberships. For example, I've been considering creating and launching a membership site for my online course, Food Blogger Academy. And from there, host private live streams for my members. And in this case, it would be Q&A sessions for my students. And I could even create a branded app. That way my students can learn on the go from their phones. I can also chat and engage with them in real time. So one of the great things about Uscreen is that it's an all-in-one platform. You don't have to have separated platforms that you need to integrate together. For instance, Uscreen handles all of the video hosting and live streaming. They also handle payments, billing, and monthly subscriptions. It even has mobile and TV apps. That way customers can access their content nearly anywhere. You also get access to powerful website themes specifically designed to monetize your videos. It's a quick setup, fully brandable, and no coding skills required. And you can build your community around your videos and chat and comment and engage with your audience. Essentially, Uscreen is ideal for video creators, educators, coaches, authors, influencers, entrepreneurs who want to establish a reliable income source through their videos. So if you're thinking about it, take a look at Uscreen's website. I'll have the link in the description. So let's get started. First, define your niche. And as much as I'm a believer that you shouldn't box yourself into a niche, you should instead create content that reflects your authentic self. But ultimately, you'll find where your interests lie the more you create content. So it's important to know these interests when you approach brands, because they are looking to work with content creators related to their niche. So they want to know what niche you're in, their values, and their interests. Brands have the opportunity to work with countless creators, so it's important to them that they find the right fit. And the right fit is a content creator who creates high quality content, is aligned with their values and interests, has an audience that trusts them, and of course is professional to work with. Step 2, write an email template. So introduce yourself, what platform you publish on, your social proof, your analytics, and share what content you have coming up. Like, I have a video coming up that will be perfect for your products. And then you share what these titles are. And keep everything to 2 paragraphs, maybe 3, but keep it really short. And write bullet points if you have to. Brands get emails all the time, so you have to make sure your email goes straight to the point, is not a large block of text, because that's a huge turnoff. And address them by their name. But how do you find out their name? I'll get into that in a little bit. So keep it short, sweet, succinct, and end it with an open-ended question in a postscript that mentions that you can always send your media kit. And obviously, don't forget to link back to your blog, YouTube channel, Instagram handle, whatever it is that you use. So tip number 1, as corny as it sounds, be yourself. Your most authentic self and voice. Brands really love that. Step 3, find out who to send the emails to. You can try sending your email through the brand's contact page, especially if they're a small business. But if they're not, you need to find someone's name. And here's how to do it. Go to hunter.io and type in the brand's website. So for example, you want to work with Hilton. Type Hilton and below it'll show the most common email pattern. Remember that pattern. Now go to LinkedIn, create an account or sign in, and search for employees working at Hilton. Make sure it's specific to the country that you're looking at. You're looking for people in the marketing department. And some positions to look out for are marketing manager, influencer relations, brand specialist. Just get an idea of possible positions these people have to do with marketing and write down their names. Then you plug in those names into the email pattern that you found for that company. Step 4, send those emails and always address them by their name. It's so important, and I know I'm gonna say this so many times. And if you can, send 10 emails a day. Tip 2, it's really a numbers game. So don't lose hope and keep doing what you're doing, even if you don't hear back from people yet. And in the meantime, while you're waiting for responses, here's step 5. Create your media kit, which is a one-pager that includes a description of you, your content, audience demographics, platform statistics, past collaborations, and your contact information. And you can purchase templates from Etsy, Creative Market, and even find free templates on Canva. Just don't get distracted by the media kits with multiple pages. Just keep it stupid simple, pop in your information, plug in your stats, and update the colors according to your brand. So here's tip number 3. You don't need a lot of followers to work with brands, but you need a loyal audience. So don't be discouraged by the number of your followers. Harness your power as a micro-influencer. And a micro-influencer is someone who has 1,000 to 50,000 followers. And if that's you, your advantage is that you are more likely to have an authentic audience that's as passionate as you, which means you have a higher engagement rate and a stronger connection with your followers. Brands love that. Step 6, once they reply, send your media kit and negotiate. So let's talk about the R word, rates. So just put a number out there. If they accept easily, make it higher next time. In my experience, brands always negotiate no matter how high. And it's better to start high than negotiate down than to start low and try to negotiate up. So if they immediately accept your rate, make it a little higher with the next brand. It's not a big deal. And if they negotiate with you, then you might be at the sweet spot. And if they say you're out of their budget, then ask what their budget is and create a package service that fits that budget. There are always workarounds. So here's tip number 4. Take into account the value of what you're receiving versus the value of your services when you're negotiating. Tip number 5, group your services together as a package where you post about the brand across different platforms. Say you can mention them on your podcast and post them on Instagram and your email newsletter. And if it's a right fit, then it's a right fit. And I'm going to repeat number 2 again. It's numbers game, and find out what those numbers are. So it might take 10 no's to get 1 yes. It might take 70 no's and 4 maybes to get 1 yes. So just know that as you grow your audience and create more content, your yes to no ratio will get smaller and smaller. And step 7, do the work and create the content. And if the brand doesn't bring it up first, ask for a contract. It's a red flag if they say a contract is not needed. I will say that again. It's a red flag if they say a contract is not needed. I wrote and filmed and edited an entire video without a contract, and I was halfway through the editing stage when the brand ghosted me. And it was a lot of work that ended up not getting posted. And it was an entire dedicated video, and I was not going to give that brand a free recommendation, especially after they left me in the dark. Tip number 6, you should be putting in more effort with your sponsored content. Try to make it seamless and make it obvious to your viewers that the video they're watching is sponsored. Obviously, this depends on the FTC guidelines of your country, which you'll be able to find out with a quick Google search. And after you publish the sponsored content, sometimes brands don't pay immediately. Make sure this is outlined in your contract. And if you're late on their payment, there's nothing wrong with following up to get paid. This is your money and your time. So keep following up every few days until you get paid, but most likely they will pay you on time. So to wrap up, working with brands is a great way for beginner content creators to make money. And you can monetize your content sooner than you can compared to affiliate marketing and ads. So try out the steps I mentioned and let me know how it worked out for you. And make sure to save this video for later so that you can always refer back to this. So it's a lot of work sending emails in the beginning, but once you find that one brand to work with and get paid, it makes the hard work really all worth it. And it gets better each time. Soon enough, brands will be approaching you to work with them. And then you get to weed out the brands that don't refer to you by name. Speaking of names, my name is Jojo and I love sharing my journeys as a content creator, a traveler, an islander, a wife, a cat mom. And if you like this video and you're into this sort of stuff, please consider liking my video, subscribing to my content, and checking out this playlist for videos similar to the one you just watched. And don't forget to check out my Etsy store. I sell planners. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!